So I'm just actually walking up from the house to the pit stop garage just to collect my car being in for a service. It's quite cloudy today, a few spits and spots, but you can see how parched the cricket pitch is, Menston Cricket Club. So the route takes you through this way, which is this high-rise, basically Pauper's Asylum graveyard. There's no gravestones. A little chapel here. They have got the plot numbers and things. Opened in 1888. This is the Hyroids. And in 1915 there were 2,600 patients. Shell-shocked soldiers in World War I and all that. It's got different facilities. So it closed in 2003. The cemetery was opened in 1890 and then closed in 1969. So it says there's 2,861 former patients here. Yeah. This is the little chapel. You can see there's just too much reflection on the window, isn't it? The light, but yeah. Anyway, so that's the kind of back of the ambulance station there, Menston ambulance station. So you can just cut through this, and it takes you to a little path which then goes over the railway line and then up the hill through countryside to join another road where I've booked in the car for the service. So I didn't book it at this place, even though it's a Volkswagen, because you know it's expensive, because it's a dealership, and to be honest they're not that good there. So I've just gone to another local garage. There's the gate. Let's go through this way. So this one seems to be just an ordinary graveyard here. It's not part of the Hyroids thing. Some of them are quite old, some of them are newer. It's from 1880, yeah, 1960s, yeah. Anyway, yeah, some pretty recent. Anyway, it's just a little shortcut off, just means avoid the main road. And just behind here you can see the green fencing. They're building the new high school for St Mary's, so they're going to build it there where there used to be like AstroTurf pitches and things like that. They're putting all the footings in, I think, but seems to be very slow progress. Plastic iron gates there, yeah. So yeah, so this road here, so just behind there, building it, and then what we'll do is when it's complete, they'll then kind of knock down the original building, which is about 60 odd years old now. Not that old when you think about it. So we're going to head in this direction. So this takes us over the railway line. So it's the line that goes from Guiseley to Menston station, and it just runs along the sort of valley bottom here. There is an electricity substation as well just here, so you can see the green fencing there for the grounds. So a lot of that was just green fields, grass, and then an AstroTurf pitch with floodlights and things, which was always used every day by the local community. Every day they'd be playing there in the evenings. Yeah, this is the substation, Menston substation. And of course you've got the electrified railway line here, which the bridge goes over. So yeah, it's Thursday 6th of August, the afternoon, about 3 o'clock. Bit of a breeze going. So this is the little walk. So what happens now is you just cross the railway bridge and then you just end up following this little track up the hill until it meets the next road, and that road takes us to the garage. There's a footpath on that road, so that's all fine. There's a plane taking off from the airport, and yeah, that's the railway line. The train's going to Leeds and Bradford in that direction, and the other way, going that way, they go towards Ilkley, and they're every 15 minutes or so, so probably see her here one shortly. I'll just knock it off for a bit. Get quite a good view of the railway line there running along towards Guiseley, that direction, and then the grass all parched. They have cows and sheep in these fields here. There are some little streams and things that run down, I think some little ponds which just sort of capture the water running down here. You can see some cows over there. Just here, like a farmhouse. You can see they've got little sculptures of deer. You do see quite a few deer in these fields, and then through the woods there, heading down. So on the opposite side of the cricket pitch, you often see deer in the fields. With it being so dry this summer, there's no mud or anything on this path. It's brilliant walking along. But someone has got in that farmhouse has got a little pond, duck pond, just behind the fence there. You can see it, duck pond there. So there's just a fine little uphill bit now. You can see some of that farmhouse there. One with a pond on the other end. Some sheep in that field. So just where those cars are going along, that's where I'm going to turn right and then go straight down the hill towards the garage. Got the heads poking through there. They've all got big horns, look. I have to decide, it looks greener here on the other side of the fence. And try and poke a head through. They're eating the ivy and stuff off there, look, it's green. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason it's all, grass is all green on either side of here. Maybe it's like an old water course and trees and stuff keeping shaded, but yeah, it's green here. As soon as you go into those fields there, that's yellow. So it's probably the route of where water would have flowed down the hill. In fact, I can see a little sort of ditch thing just there. So probably some moisture is accumulating and keeping this grass green. So you can continue the path up there. There's another road that runs sort of parallel up there. That's that. In the previous video I showed you this copse of trees just there, just sort of a sight from all around. The sort of elephant trees called. Right, so yeah, we're on this road now. So what we've got here where that wind turbine is, there's a garden centre, the nursery just there. So looking down now towards St Mary's High School. So all those kind of red roof buildings, that's all the high school, and that's all going to be knocked down. So just here they've been building like a sort of an entrance area there that was just a grass field before. They've put a big gate on. They've been cutting back all the vegetation on either side of this wall. So they've made some little steps going up there. So I don't know what this is all about, what they're going to put here, but they're making progress on whatever it is they're doing there. It was just like this before. It's done that. So this is on the opposite side of the sort of Guiseley Cemetery here, which is just here. You can see it. Guiseley Cemetery. It's all nice flowers and things in there. So it's just like a little plot of land there for that. And on this side, this is the entrance to the garden centre. So whether that other thing there is they're doing some expansion of the garden centre or something else happening, I don't know. There's the Swin Car Nurseries here. So they've recently built like at the back like a cafe area and sort of toilets and things like that. Kind of the back end of the nursery up there. Well, I'm almost at the garage now. It's just down here. Sort of just down where these sort of houses are down here. Bottom of there. And there's big buildings you can see in the background, kind of big warehouse type things. That's actually a working mill. Abraham Moon and Son, still operating today with the sort of high quality textiles that they do. There is actually a mill shop there as well. You can buy things from there. It's quite a big complex, quite a big site. Yeah, still operating. Right, well, we're here. This is it here, pit stop garage. It's on the right. Thursday, 6th of August. This is the decking, and this is the before shot. Needs 2 coats. Just cleared all the plants off it, swept up, but then wind comes and more debris comes down. But anyway, there we go. Really, it's for safety reasons to keep it painted with this sort of anti-slip stuff on the decking, but it preserves the wood as well. So I just thought I'd do the edges here and then try with the roller to do the rest. So I've just painted these edges first coat, and I'll do around like the lights as well with the paintbrush and try the roller the rest to see if we can speed it up. The first roller I've tried actually doesn't get into the grooves, it just does the top. You can see. So I'm actually just going to swap it for a roller that's a bit more fluffy, as it were, like a bit more sticky out. See if that does it. So I've got a so that roller that's on there is like it's like one of them basically. So it's maybe too smooth. So I've got this one I've found. It's like a thicker pile than that, so that might get in a bit more. So we'll give that a go. Well, that didn't work either, so I've resorted to taping this sort of block brush thing, which can get into the grooves, to the stick. So I'm not bending down, I can do it faster just with a stick. So I resorted to that. So basically I can't use the roller because it just doesn't get into the grooves. Even that heavily thick pile roller didn't get in. So I'm going to use this now to do it. So we're just on with the first coat here. That's the first coat completed. I've just used this bit of wood to push the plants back so I can paint the decking. That's it, first coat done. I'm making progress. I've got the second coat on now, which goes up to there. just in front of that pink thing. So I've done 2 coats up to there and 1 coat on this final bit. Well, that's all 2 coats done. I've still just got this little thing holding the plants back. Lights have come on, so you can see what it's like in the evening. I've just finished painting this, so it's still a bit wet here. There you go. 2 coats done on it. Yes, I got that last night, reduced at Sainsbury's for next to nothing. I'd been £15. Serves 18 apparently. Look at that, the blackbirds have been digging the leaves out of there. What a new paint.